You're listening to the Big Chuck Podcast, brought to you by Venue Media.
Okay. Welcome to another episode of the Big Chuck Podcast. Y'all can see I have all ladies here with me. And then I got a lady on the couch too, so I'm gonna have to watch what I say today. You know what I'm saying? Because the ladies are in the house today.
We came with backup.
Yes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna introduce because they do look like they ready to kick my ass. So I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, and then I'm gonna talk because nobody wants to go first, and then I'm just gonna let them chime in. Yeah, I did snitch on y'all. That's
so that wasn't the plan. Then I'm gonna snitch on you because you said you was gonna start it out.
Yeah, I am. That's what I said.
Oh,
so
okay.
I just tell the people your name.
Okay. Oh, Danielle.
Takesha.
Erica.
All right. Them are the three ladies that's in the building. They had the Mixie Chicks. Look, we're gonna be talking about the Mixie Chicks. You know, they brought how you say it, sangria?
Because not sangria.
Sangria. Yeah, you know, I'm black. I fuck a Spanish word up. I'm supposed to roll the sangria. I'm supposed to roll the R.
I can't roll mine.
Oh, sangria. I'm supposed to roll, or I just say it.
Just stop.
Sangria.
That's good.
Sangria. All right. They brought sangria, so I'm one in, so I'm going to be talking a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But today we're going to be talking about rejection. We're going to be talking about Takesha running for city council.
Yay!
You understand what I'm saying? And then we just going to be talking about a whole bunch of other shit. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm hoping somebody step up and talk. But I'm just bring up the Mixie Chicks. Somebody tell us about the Mixie Chicks and where it came from. Where did the concept come from?
Let's see. Me and my partner, Danielle, we just decided, we wanted to start a business just as far as we bring the bar to you. So any occasion, weddings, social events, mixers,
You dream it,
private parties, we there for you. We want to come in and make the whole process a lot easier for you. So.
That's a good idea because bringing the drinks to me is perfect. Everybody know I love to drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would somebody go about booking y'all? Like, do y'all have a website?
The website is coming. Right now we have a Facebook page. It's
Okay.
Mixie Chicks. We have an email, which is mixiechicks@gmail.com. That's the easiest way. We'll respond back fast. We'll come anywhere to you to sit down and meet with you and do an outline of whatever it is that you want.
Sounds good. So what if you get one of these strange men and they want y'all to do one of their bachelor parties and it ain't nothing but naked women in there? Y'all doing it?
I've seen naked women my whole life, so if they got the money, I'm in there.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all there?
I'm there.
So fellas,
I don't care. No judgment here.
Yeah, I know somebody was going to be like, well, would they do a bachelor party? Yes, they
We
will
can
do
even
a
find the
bachelor party.
strippers for you. I'll put that disclaimer out there.
Could.
Whatever service you need, I can do for you.
Yeah, so what if it's gay men that want a strip party?
That's fine with me too.
So you can get the gay
Some
stripper
little
women?
people can want the Mixie Chicks. I don't care who wants the Mixie Chicks. We are there.
Wow, so it's all shot glasses if it's a mini cup, right?
You're not right. You're not right. No, we still gonna give them the right amount. We're gonna get them drunk.
All right, yeah, that is. So like I said, they down to do anything.
Wait,
Hold
wait a minute.
on,
Wait.
hold
I'm
on.
going to move out
Yeah.
the way.
I'm married, so anything
they're
comes with
down,
disclaimer.
they're down to not perform. I don't want to say perform.
Okay.
Say, hold on, let me catch my
Listen.
words. Let me take a deep breath.
Okay.
They are able to mix drinks at any event.
Yes, even bar mitzvahs.
That's a lot better.
That sound better? Yeah,
That sounds a lot better.
yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I went on.
There you go,
I
there
don't
you
know
go.
where my mind went when I said, yeah, they down with whatever. They
Yeah,
not
no.
down with it. No, they're not with that. So,
Okay.
And we also have Takesha here, and I'm going to let her tell y'all about what she's running on her platform for city council because, like I said, we're going to speak it into existence.
Yes.
She's going to get it, so it is what it is. So I'm going to let her talk to y'all and tell y'all what she's, about.
Oh, wow. All right. So I'm running for city council because
Chicken stuff?
I feel like I didn't want to, and I had been running from it for a minute. And then one day I remembered that I used to run in middle school, and I used to run in high school for student government. So with that being said, I looked up politician. I seen that another word for it was also minister.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, okay. So, that's why. And I'm really not someone who likes my name or to be seen or anything. And I know people think that because I perform, right? I think people think that I like it, but I really don't. So this whole process is uncomfortable for me. And I knew that I needed to grow. I knew that in order to show my daughters that anything is possible, I needed to believe that myself. And you can only stay boots on the ground and serving you can't stay there forever.
Exactly.
You have to have somebody coming in, the young people, whatever, to be able to do that so that you can then move to what's next.
Exactly.
And what's next is legislating. So, I mean, do I want to be a politician? Do I want to be campaign and all that? No.
When we lived out North Springs together, what year was that?
I don't remember.
Maybe like 2007-ish. What? They were in elementary, Journey and the
Yeah,
kids
like
were in
elementary.
I was like, Keisha, run for mayor.
I know.
I know.
And it's been a long time, and I just didn't want to. But you know what? I just believe that me doing this shows other little girls, because I went to the school one time to do writing workshops at the high school, right?
Okay.
And a young lady looked at me and she said, "Oh my God, you made it." She said, "I'm from Jonathan Street, like right around the corner from Jonathan Street in the alley." And she was talking about, that alley, what's it called? It's not Berkson.
Oh, okay.
Is it Berks Alley? It's not Berkson.
On the top of the hill?
Like right underneath the laundromat. When you're coming down from Domino's, that alley right there.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Clarkson
That's
or something.
Yeah.
Clarkson. So anyway, she said she didn't know that I was from the area, so she was trying to explain what little street off of Jonathan she was from.
Okay.
And this was a white girl. This was a little white girl. And she was like, "Wow, you made it." And I said, "Baby," I said, "This is what you think has made it?" And she was like, "Yeah, you look like you made it." And I said, "I live around the corner." And I just I started telling her, I said, I grew up on the Jonathan Street area.
Exactly.
So I want other little girls and my daughters to see that in order to rise, in order to move up, all you have to do is serve. And so that's what city council is local. Local politics is way more important than your presidential election.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's way more important because these are the people that you're supposed to be able to have access to.
Exactly.
And I serve this community. I serve it with my heart. I serve it in consistency. So why not? And
You have been.
And while we're talking about rejection, probably one of the reasons why I never would have is because I didn't want to feel rejected.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's one of the things. So. It just is what it is. And before the primaries, I didn't want to do anything. I just was like, I don't want to print anything. I don't want to have a party. I didn't make an announcement on Facebook. My daughter did.
Okay.
I didn't say anything. And the reason why is I just wanted to keep showing up. And that's why I don't have like this, huge platform. All I can say is win or lose, I'm still going to serve.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I believe that.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
People didn't even know, a lot of people just knew my work and didn't know my name. So it was like, I'm still telling people, I'm Takesha Martinez. Takesha Martinez. I thought your name was Keisha. So I mean, it's amazing, especially when we're out in the community, how many people that have known me or know something as we're moving around in these different neighborhoods, but didn't know my name.
I smile when I see your signs all over.
Yeah, all the time.
I love it.
All the
I
time.
love it.
And I know her as Firefly also. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was huge
Exactly.
to me, like, becoming more of a performer and more of, I grew at the comedy show.
Exactly.
I grew opening up because I was a host.
Yes.
And I hid behind that.
Exactly.
So a lot of my poems and stuff I didn't share. I just hid behind hosting and putting other poets out in the forefront. And then we started that.
Exactly.
And you put me in the beginning to open up and gave me the hardest job in the room.
Yeah. And, I mean, but you came through. I mean, that's something that a lot of people struggle with. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about rejection, but nobody wants to be laughed at. Nobody wants to, like you putting your heart out there and then somebody like, you know what I'm saying? That shit is a hurt feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, public speaking. I've really never had a problem with public speaking because I don't know. I guess I'm an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had no problem running my mouth in front of people. So, but I've noticed other people, and I've always seen strength in you, like always. You know what I'm saying? I used to say that at the show, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was the only one when I was committed to the street that can get me off the block. You know what I'm saying? So I always used to say that at the shows, like, you know what I'm saying? People were like, man, fuck out of here, but yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Time.
Yeah,
like 20. I mean, what? Nisha's 25,
yeah,
so long
exactly.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? That's I need y'all to go out and vote. That's the first thing.
Yes,
I'm waiting on my
yes,
vote
go
shirt,
vote,
but
go
I need people in Washington County, people that's watching this. Y'all need to go out and vote, because especially for local, because local is what affects you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know they talking about the dude. I ain't gonna say his name. The Republican dude. I don't speak his name.
Fly guy.
Yeah, they talking about them and everything, and that's important also. You know what I'm saying? But local, make sure you're doing the local thing. You understand? Because that's what affects you. Like, you know, y'all young ladies got small businesses, and then I'm gonna have you talk, Erica, talk about what else you do, because you got a long ass resume of stuff that you do. You know what I'm saying? So getting the local politicians in there, that can help you locally. You know what I'm saying? So being that I open up that window, Erica, did you want to talk about what else you do other than Mixie Chicks?
Sure.
All right.
First, I want to elaborate on what Keith said, because it definitely does feel good. Because I have two little brown-skinned girls, so it feels good, you know, to have Keisha and Tiara sign them in the yard, and they ask about them. They want to know about you guys, so it feels good to explain to them who y'all are, and it's somebody that looks like them, so they can, you know that they can do anything that they want. They're not limited, you know, because I feel like the school system sometimes fails them. You know, just being, you know, little black girls, I feel like we need to pour more into them so they know, like, you know,
Definitely.
if they want to be a Takesha Martinez or a Tiara Burnett, or just, you know, whoever they look up to. So I just wanted to say that, you know, definitely kudos to you. We've known each other forever, so she knows I love her. But as far as what else I do also have a nonprofit. It's called Melanated Dental Assistance, and I've had a couple events. I have one coming up next Sunday. It's a bingo and brunch, and it's basically just to raise money to help students of color in their dental journey, whether it be to help them with their scrubs, or help with tuition, or just anything of that nature. I want to be the one to help, because I remember what it felt like getting into the dental field and needing that extra push or that extra gas money or whatever, so I want to be able to help with that. In addition to that, I want to eventually start my nonprofit with women that are coming home from prison and transitioning back into society and the community.
That's needed.
I don't want a woman to worry about something as far as hygiene products. You come home and they might have $5 in their pocket and they got to spend it on, you know, hygiene products. I just feel like that's kind of unfair to a woman and just coming home. So that's just another thing I'm working on. And I just want to bring up, we had an amazing event last night down at the Jazz Club basement. It was amazing. Me and my partners, Kaleem and Jamie, we kind of just went in there and did the damn thing. So, you know, shout out to them, and it was a really amazing event. So it's just more to come. Just keep lookout for that, and, you know, we'll see what's next.
Yeah, I seen the pictures. You know, I was down Frederick partying with my you know, Tyree. It was his birthday, so yeah, I got I was weak in the knees, so I couldn't.
You couldn't drive up there.
Yeah, I couldn't make that trip.
You
but
missed
you know
it.
Yeah,
It
I definitely
good.
looked at, I seen the pictures and everything, because like I
nice.
said, when I was talking to I was almost said
Say
Dinky.
Dinky.
Yeah, almost
Yeah,
said
I know.
Dinky. So
I saw it.
when I was talking to Danielle, you know what I'm saying, and she told me that she was mixing the drinks. I was like, I thought y'all was just partying, because from what I seen, it was like y'all was
That was
dancing and
towards
everything.
the end. That was the last 30 minutes. It was last call. You know, I had mixed about 942 drinks.
942.
That's the most cardio. Like, forget a treadmill. Just go get your bartending license and you'll be skinny. You don't need nothing else. Like, whew.
Yeah.
That was a lot, but it was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Sorry, Dink. It was so crazy, because when we started our business, we just thought that we could literally just go take like a class in Baltimore.
Yeah.
We didn't even know that we actually had to get
It was
certified.
a $500 class.
Yeah,
that
you
took
know,
a couple of
certified
months.
It
with
was
the
what?
$500. It ranged, but between $400 and $500 is what the class was going to cost us a piece.
So we didn't even know that you actually have to get certified through the state.
Yeah.
You know, we just
What is it,
thought
TAM? Did y'all have to get y'all TAM license or something like
No,
that?
we just got a bartending
Oh,
license.
okay.
Yeah. So the class in Baltimore would have just made us, helped us know how to mix drinks. It wouldn't have
Okay.
certified us.
Oh.
So we had to get certified, and we have to, you know, you have to be certified to even do something like this. So it was definitely a process. It's been a learning experience, even as far as
Getting like our license and
getting
our
a
tax. I even
license,
said something to Drake.
tax
You know, I was like,
IDs,
listen, I don't
yeah.
care that you're 19.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing your thing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, let me come and, you know, rack your brain for some business tips. I got me some
kudos to
crab
Drake
egg rolls.
too. Like
That's
what?
dope.
Egg rolls
That's
was
really
really
dope.
He's been an inspiration.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
seriously.
lie.
That's
Shout out
amazing.
to
Seriously,
Yeah.
I told him like I don't care how old you are. Your track record is
Right,
proven, you
your
know what I'm
resume,
saying?
right.
He shared. We made a page on Facebook, Mixie Chicks, and he shared it, and like 12,000 people saw this post just because of him. You know.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's
I mean,
amazing.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
definitely
like
going.
seriously,
Yeah,
like
he's one of those young brothers out there doing something.
he's
You know
on
what I'm
a
saying? He's
mission.
not
He's on
doing
a
no
mission.
talking. He doing it.
Yeah.
Like, every time
I
you turn
salute
around,
him.
he doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter turns 21 next Thursday.
Yes.
And I ain't gonna tell their business or nothing, but where she's going for her 21st birthday, I was like, well,
Right.
Yes, I know. Right.
like,
nice.
okay.
Yeah.
So
I ain't
you know,
never been there.
you work hard
Yeah.
and you get
yeah,
you
like
get
it's
show
like
your
they
lady
like
a nice
the young
time and-
power couple. I ain't even going
like,
front.
show
Like
your lady a nice time for her
Right.
birthday. Like I was like, okay.
Yeah, he's doing his thing.
He definitely doing his thing. So shout out to Drake. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have shout out his restaurant also. You know
Crab
what I'm saying?
Crab joint. Go get them crab egg
baby
rolls.
crab joint. Baby
Yeah,
crab joint.
make sure y'all
Baby.
go and support that. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Make sure y'all
definitely.
support the Mixie Chicks. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So if you have, you know, you
song.
doing, it is football
song for the
season.
Mixie
So when y'all having a Super Bowl party and y'all need somebody to mix them drinks.
Christmas, New Year's
Yeah,
Eve,
reach out.
birthday,
Thanksgiving
all
coming
that,
out.
yes.
Black Friday. We ain't gonna be able to go out and shop, but we can drink. So
I
got
bring the
the-
bar to you.
I got
Yeah.
the song.
What is it?
Mixie chick.
That's what you're gonna say every time we walk by.
Mixie
mix it
chick.
real
like
good.
Mix it real good.
make sure y'all support her nonprofit also because that's needed. You know what I'm saying?
Go
And
like
I'm-
the Facebook page.
yeah, and that's yeah. Tell them what your
Thank
Facebook page is.
It's Melanated Dental Assistants. You can find me on Facebook. I do still have my
Teeth whitening.
no,
No,
I
what
haven't
was
really
it?
done that since COVID. So, but I do. So, I still do have my GoFundMe up, so you can
Okay.
just kind of pull that up if you wanna donate that way.
Yeah, definitely do that because I mean I think it's needed. So more. That's one thing that I talk about. I think more inner city youth need to see is more ways to get out than just know the ways that we always talk about. They think it's sports or selling drugs is the ways out. You know what I'm saying? Or rap. Everybody is a motherfucking rapper. They can't rap for shit, but they in the studio. Like you wasting money. You know what I'm saying? Like
Money, time,
yeah, somebody
everything.
really got to tell you like no,
Money
you
and time.
yeah, you some trash. But you know what I'm saying? They need to see different ways to get out. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that I talk to a lot of men behind the scenes about. Like, look, we need to, because a lot of them don't see it. Like, let's say somebody from the inner city, they become a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? They become a politician. They don't like this. They don't like the fact that they was from the hood. They try to keep that from their counterparts.
Right,
they don't
right.
want their counterpart. They want the counterparts to think that they came with a silver spoon.
Right.
So they don't come back. So those kids don't see that. You understand what I'm saying? They see that drug dealer there every day. That basketball player comes through in his Bentley. That football player comes through in his Bentley. Those rappers come through in the Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Those people that make it out and go the school route don't come back. They don't want to come back. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like an arrogance, and then those kids be like, you know, I deal with the kids all the time. You know, me and your husband, and that's what they say. Like, man, fuck that. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because they think they selling out because they got a cousin that's a lawyer, but they don't never see him. He don't come to the family reunions. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely needed. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
definitely
a form
people.
of rejection too.
Yeah,
that's
you
a
know,
form of rejection,
it's all
too.
going, it all ties into rejection. You know what I'm saying? But the first question I wanted to ask y'all, like I was telling y'all off the thing, do y'all think women are winning? Like,
Most definitely.
you know what I'm saying? So
Women are what?
winning. Like we were having a conversation before you got here. Like, all right, they said men was always winning, and then we fell off. You know, so now the women.
That's not what we said.
Yeah, I told you I was going to exaggerate it. Did I? Did I was going to
exaggerate.
I tried to tell I was
what
going
we
to
said.
exaggerate it. You know what I'm
You
saying?
did.
So yeah, I gotta start it for the men. So I'm exaggerating it. Yeah, they said the men we had it and we fell off. Now the women is up front. You know what I'm saying? So, I kind of agree with them because I think the roles have reversed. I think the women are out front. Like when it's women protesting. It's women uplifting. It's women running for positions of power. You know what I'm saying? And then the men are in the back. So now I think it's kind of reversed. Like it takes a good man, it's always a good man behind a strong woman. And I think it's reversed. It used to be it's a strong woman behind a great man. I think it's reversed. I think it's a strong man behind a great woman.
Get up, Keisha.
That's just how I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm standing my ground and y'all can say what y'all want. I think women are winning. You know what I'm saying? But I think more men, like I told them, I have a problem with
what's
men.
winning? Because we marching? Because we've always marched.
Well,
No,
I think that the difference now, and if you look back at movements, women were always the ones organizing behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Men were the ones that were
Out front.
front.
Exactly.
So and it's because women are nurturing. Women are more like have a different way of bringing people together. Whether we cooking, whether we loving on them, whatever. Where men are more about the order, more about the foundation, more about that, and that's how it's supposed to be. So when you think about historically, like women are always winning when they're men that cover them are in front. You're winning that way because you're the women set the temperature. So
Definitely do that.
Because the women set the temperature, we've always been winning anytime that men have been winning. And I think that now seeing women at forefront and running for things and in leadership and all of that, the difference is now that we have developed this thing where I don't necessarily think that it's all the way, like I don't think that we all the way should be doing all the things that we are able to do.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I think y'all winning.
Keeping everything together and working and organizing and all all of those things. We're designed that way.
Exactly.
And I do believe I think that you're right when you say that behind every good woman there's a strong man. It has to be because if you have a woman in front, you have to have a man that loves himself enough, knows himself enough to not compete with that
And be insecure.
or be insecure about it and be okay with that woman in the front.
Yeah, I mean, that's you said it right, but I just look at it like I said. I just think it's some weak ass men out here.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
we
Fuck
probably
it.
shouldn't get me talking about.
No. I mean, I ain't going. You don't gotta go in. I'm just saying me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the roles are reversed. Like, when I felt, you know what I'm saying, men were strong and I'm talking about in every aspect. Like, a man should demand what he wants. And I'm not talking about like a no freaky rape shit type. I'm just talking about like a man. When a man come around, you should feel his aura.
His
A real
presence.
man.
Like,
you
right,
should
you should
feel
feel
that.
his
Like, oh yeah,
presence.
this motherfucker about something. You know what I'm saying? And I think the aura pink now. I think these dudes walking around with a pink aura. You know what I'm saying? That's why Prince and Michael died. You know what I'm saying? Because we took all their aura. You know what I'm saying? The strong men, we took their aura. No, and I ain't trying to be rude. Rest in peace to both of them.
Not we took they.
Yeah, but the
took
aura,
their aura.
the men walking around with that type of aura. You know what I'm saying? Like they soft. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I feel.
And whose fault is it that the man turned soft?
It's the man's fault the man turned soft. Because the man,
I think women.
I don't think men want to.
Yeah, I think it's.
I think
Yeah,
we might.
it's-
I think
yeah,
we might be raising.
Raising some, raising a little,
some.
you know what I'm saying? But I just think that, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like with gun violence. Gun violence is at an all-time high because nobody wants to take a L.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They don't want to take a L. Like
it's
I
no
don't
fighting these days.
Yeah, that you see how big
That
that,
has
nigga
to
is?
do with rejection. That's
all
you
it's
know,
all is
to
going
be
to
a
tie
part
into
of
rejection.
your whatever.
It's
Yeah,
all going to
yeah.
tie back to rejection. That's just how I feel about the men nowadays. And I'm sure people say what they say about me. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I'm man enough to stay on anything I say. Anything I say, I'm standing on. I don't give a fuck. You like it or you don't. I don't care. You know what what I'm saying? Put blood in my mouth. I ain't never, I lost fights before, so it ain't nothing new, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's not going to agree. And I just
sleep you before though?
No, I ain't never been slept.
Okay.
No, I ain't.
Just had to ask that question.
I ain't going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I ain't going to sleep.
I ain't going to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm not going to do.
Yeah, hell no, I ain't getting
that one.
No, you ain't.
But I feel like as far as women, I just feel like, we finally it was time for us to step up and step out.
But you shouldn't have to. If the men was doing their job, you shouldn't have to.
Yeah, and I agree, because it does take a woman to have a strong man behind them to motivate them, to push them, to let them see, like, go ahead, babe, you can have the forefront. I'm gonna step back, and that doesn't make him any lesser than a man.
No,
that's just giving him. That's just letting him have his woman have the platform.
Yeah,
and let them show.
It's supposed to be both of their. But my example is always Obama. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, you know what I'm saying, when I first started working, and men like to talk about hypotheticals. You know what I'm saying? And one of the hypotheticals in the barbershop was, what woman would you know what I'm saying, if you could have any woman in the world, who would you marry? And a lot of people was like Beyonce, stuff like that. I said Michelle Obama. And niggas was like, Michelle Obama? Yeah. Nigga, her motherfucking husband is the president. Fuck is you talking about? Like, if you know what I'm saying? You talking about strength. You know the type of shit he had to go through to become the president of the United States, and we still racist? And she stood through the whole thing.
Through all that, even with all the criticism she got.
They was calling her out her name.
Yeah, like it was crazy.
Monkeys and all that.
And she still stood strong.
Stood there. Ain't never show her.
When they go low, we go high.
Ain't never show her ass. Because I know if that would have been my mom, what? I'm a what? My mom would have boo 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 boo. She'd have cussed everybody out on TV. You know what I'm saying? I come from a strong language. Yeah, no, boo boo boo. You got to beep it out. You know what I'm saying? But that's, you know what I'm saying? She kept her shit, and she actually showed the world that all black women ain't angry. Like, cause that's what they think. They think y'all walk around angry.
That's a stereotype of a black woman, though. That's a stereotype.
And
that's what I'm
why?
saying.
And it's
I was that too.
We don't have management. There's no manager in the office, period. She's in Oakland, Maryland.
Damn.
So I don't understand how you can manage hundreds of miles away. But when she's not there, so she doesn't understand the logistics. You might have done the job, but you're not physically here.
Exactly.
So I'm here every day, and I'm telling you that the plan that you laid out ain't gonna work, and everybody else is just like scared to say something. So I'm always the one that's like, okay, but wait, because when this happens, then, and then it's like, well, we didn't want to come to you because we didn't want to make you upset. Well, I'm confused. Like, why I got to be the angry black woman, But that's how they label me. But I said, it is what it is. I don't care. I'll take that title.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if something doesn't seem right to me, I'm going to open my mouth and say something. I'm not just going to be like, okay.
If you look, the New York Times just wrote a story on it, and it's about little black girls. And actually, the data says that school, little black girls are put out of school more, suspended more. When you said about the nonprofit for women coming home from prison, that's amazing, because a lot of people forget that women coming home from prison need reentry as well.
Exactly.
But the article talks about how there's so many programs for little black boys, and that girls, little black girls, nobody's focused on that. And when you look at, there's a book called Push Out, and we're going to start reading that soon, but it talks about how they try to push out little black girls, and it's because of I think about my granddaughter, she's 4, and she already has this bossiness, right? But it's really not bossy, it's leadership. She's just naturally, I mean, when she was born, they're twins, he was double her size. Messiah needed all kinds of things, and she was almost 3 pounds, but she was strong, So it's just leadership, and what we start to do is we start to try to tone that down, especially in little black girls, is we try to tone it down, quiet down, don't do this with your hair, all these different things that then set us up for later on to not even know who we are. Not even know who we are, because now there's all this layers of stuff, and who people have told us who we were since school. There's been rejection, there's been, and you think about it, Malcolm X said a long time ago, women are the most unprotected, black women are the most unprotected, unsupported species, on the planet. You know, that's pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's like we're the angry black woman, but at the same time, it's like, oh, we're also the strong black woman.
Yeah, and that's the thing,
and
though.
it's like, where's the balance at? And then it's like you have to put on this persona that you're strong and you can handle, especially if like you're a single mother. You know, you're strong and you can do this, but no one knows that you're crying in the shower, trying to figure out how
and
you
if you
really
do
want to
tell
keep
them
all
you're
this
crying,
together.
Right, then you're weak.
Then you're weak.
You know, if you cry, you're weak.
It's
You
like,
know,
you know, you can't win. You can't
and
win.
it's there's a difference. There's a difference, right, culturally. And I have 4 daughters, and now that they're all grown, my daughters had to re-raise me because I had so much stuff that I never tried to tell them who to be. But a lot of things that I just didn't know. Yeah. So I thought, like, I'm going to go take care of stuff and I've got to go to work and this is more important stuff going on than you not being able to find your shoe. And my daughter stopped me and was like, wait, everybody's emergencies aren't the same, but it's still an emergency. You know, and that thing registered with me like, whoa, like that's huge. Like, because in my mind is I'm trying to break generational curses so that you don't go through what I went through, but yet I emotionally abandoned. Or yet I cut it off or minimize that thing. Thank God that's their biggest, you know, emergency is that they can't, or Keanu got a paper cut, whatever. Thank God, because it wasn't mine at their age. You know what I mean? So I say all that to say, like, yeah, I think that now is the time. Like, we are figuring out who we are. And we are okay with it. And you have to figure out who you are. You can't be aligned with somebody and try to be like them. You have to stay true to you. Like, that's one thing about you that's always been you.
Yeah, I mean,
you. Never try to fit in. You never try to listen.
Like
y'all ain't gonna help me. Okay, y'all don't want to work with me. Okay, it wasn't like you didn't want to work with people, but y'all don't. Okay, you know, and that's the thing. That's the way to finding yourself.
Yeah, that's definitely. So with that, the angry black woman thing.
quote.
yeah, because I mean, you know, like, do y'all like go through it? Like, is it something that
Definitely.
you don't have to tell a story, but like, is it a fight? Is it like a legit fight? Because things that I talk about in my DMs when I go home and do a watch party, I get white people or black people that's not from the, and they don't really believe the shit that I be talking about. Like, niggas ain't really doing that. Like, huh?
Like what?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know for sure because I was there. But they were like, nah, that's not what they really doing. And I get in my bag. You know what I'm saying? So I got to, let me take a drink because I get my bag. I take a drink when I get my bag.
We should have a little button that we push every time somebody takes a drink. It does the little Mixie Chick song. Sing it.
Yeah. You gotta sing. When I take it, you gotta sing. Mixie. Here you go. Mixie chicks.
Mixy chicks. Mixy chicks.
But yeah.
Chicks.
There you go.
I'm gone now.
Yeah. You trying to do the whole song. It's only 15 seconds. You try to do the whole song.
Start rapping.
Right.
But yeah, like, cause I want y'all to talk to because it's people that really think that y'all don't go through this. We're exaggerating. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I talk about the stuff I went through in my life, people be like, you exaggerating. And it's like, it's kind of like a slap in the face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I make up something like that? It don't benefit me to come on here. It ain't like this is the motherfucking Donahue show and I'm getting sponsors and all that. I'm just, this is how
You taking time
yeah,
out of
it's
your
just
day.
me.
Right,
Exactly. So do y'all ever have to go to that? Basically is the question that I'm asking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever
All the time. All the time.
I mean,
it doesn't even, my body language. Listen, I have to be more aware of me no matter what. If I got a toothache and I'm at the store, I got to be aware of how I respond or don't respond to somebody. Because if not, there's that angry or mean. I have a story. It wasn't even that long ago. We were in the office, right? And there was one of the girls that I work with. She was standing up and she was like, she was having a moment. She was overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed and nobody helps me with anything. Blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, what is it that you need? Because I'm not overwhelmed and I can help. So I'm sitting down and I'm talking in this tone. And she's going in and she's going in. So she comes over and she's standing over top of me and she's screaming. I stood up and I said, stop talking to me like that. And when I said that, she bust out crying and started like, oh my God, freaking out. Then the supervisor then comes over and says, what happened? And he's looking at me and he was like, look at you. You look threatening. Look at you. I said, you didn't hear her screaming at me? You know, as soon as I stood up and said, stop talking to me like that, now I become a threatening, angry black woman because I won't let you disrespect me because I said, I'm not giving you that, don't give me that. Exactly. You know, so anytime that I stand up for myself, if I say, stop playing with me, oh, Takesha, I don't know who she thinks she is. No. I mean that. Like, it's not, culturally, we're just different. Exactly. And I have a cutoff point. Exactly. And my cutoff point is you can do all of that. I got a whole lot of grace. But once you come here, I've had a lot of trauma. Exactly. You know? So I got to let you know, like, I'm getting close. Like, okay, I'm feeling triggered. Stop playing with me.
Exactly. Yeah. Anybody else got any?
We recently moved. And so we're used to having a driveway. Now we have to park on the street. And so we're one of the only single family houses. Most of them are half of doubles. So when we first moved, you know, we got 3 cars at the house. So we had parked in someone else's space. And they politely knocked on the door. It was a black guy. And he's like, yeah, you know, we got a little understanding around here. You know, we know it's a public street, but you park in front of your house, you know. So I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. I don't want to disrupt, whatever. So we park it, and then all of a sudden this car appears in our spot. And it's there for like 6 days. And I'm like, well, whose car is this? And then finally I come home from work. I'm on the phone with Erica, and the woman's sitting in the back seat of her car. So I felt that a little odd, but I'm like, okay. So I get outside, I try to be nice. I'm like, hello, did you just move in? No. Okay. I'm like, well, you're in my spot, and you've been here for a few days. Can you move? So she lays me out and all of that. And I'm like, look, I'm not arguing with this old white lady today. I've had a hard day at work. I'm going in the house. Well, she sends this old 85-year-old white man to knock on the door to ask us to move. Now, he's her neighbor. He's attached to her. So you won't move your car, but you come down 2 doors to make the black people move their car, you know? So I start yelling a little bit. You know, I'm not even going to lie. He says, are you a Christian? I said, I don't even want to hear all that right now. Yes, I am. He said, because if you were saved, you would move your car. Well, that's where my husband came, right? So he comes, so this little, I'm going to call him petite, because he was petite compared to Gene, you know, right? Prince. So he comes out and he's yelling, and he's like, you need to move your car. And I'm just like, why? And so now the whole neighborhood doesn't remember my 6'8", however many pounds husband yelling at the little white man. They just remember me. And so when I pull up, they like, oh, she's home, you know, and I'm like, why am I the angry black woman when he was the one that came out of the house, you know, but I'm used to it. I'll take that title. I don't really care.
You got anything?
Mine is always just at work. Keisha knows my story at work, so it's too long to really tell, but I'm constantly labeled as the angry black girl. And they've, in so many words, they've kind of said that to me, like, you know, you're always loud with us. I was like, I always feel like I'm constantly trying to get my point across. I always want it to be fair, so I feel like I have to really explain myself. And you know, as black women, we get emotional. We're like, you know, if we're trying to get a point across too much, we're crying, and it just always seems like it's always stirred up. So mine's is just really at work. I'm constantly labeled as the angry black woman. Okay. You know, so
y'all was talking about it before the mics came on. Also, like y'all have the stereotype angry black woman. You know what I'm saying?
Hate it.
And like I said, but it cuts, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to be angry, but they see y'all as strong. You know what I'm saying? Black women is strong. And y'all were talking about all 3 of y'all have locks. I don't have no locks. I have a hat on. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, crowd. I don't have locks. You know what I'm saying?
You better get rid of
it.
Right.
No, I get don't worry about it. I get a wig. They sell it down there. I get some extensions in. Come in here. You know what I'm saying? But does that chime in? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that something that, like, people cut their eyes at y'all because y'all got locks? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, does that also deal with, like, when they already think you angry, they already think you strong, and then now you got locks too? Right. You know what I'm saying? Is that something, like, you know what I'm saying, that you can feel, or it's just like side? You see, you sit down, somebody look at you sideways. You know. I ain't trying to talk about you, Jay, but you know that white look. You know what I'm saying? You sit down and the white people look at you. They give you that look. You're like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
I battled with my decision to lock my hair for some time, because the first thing we think about is like, okay, when I go to work with these locks, how are they going to perceive me? But then I was like, you know what? This is me. I've always wanted to lock my hair, and I was tired of always having to think about what the next person was going to think. I was already natural for a while, but and I did get it, like, why are you locking your hair? Oh, your hair's so pretty. Why you want to lock it? What, can I touch it? I have my employees at work, like, I was like, if you pet me one more time.
White people stop asking that question, man.
Stop. Like,
stop asking it. Like, stop asking to touch people.
I don't pet you. I don't want to touch your little string.
Yeah.
Like,
I work in the medical field, and the doctor that I actually work for, he's real straight and narrow, real high sedity. And when I started my locks, I cut about 3 inches of perm off the ends because I tried to save it, but it was looking crazy. They were real like pointy and straight. I still got a little bit of perm on the end, you can tell. And so I'm already self-conscious because I feel bald-headed, and I'm coming into work and I'm like, I'm gonna rock this. It's 7:47 in the morning. This white man comes in and says, what the hell did you do that to your hair for? Did you do that shit on purpose?
Oh, not on purpose.
And so I'm not a rude person, especially in a professional atmosphere, but it just came out and it was like, you're white, I don't expect you to understand, sign in. Because how did you even have the audacity that you thought that you could speak to me like that? But then it made me even more self-conscious. So then I'm walking around wearing a beanie to work. I'm going to the doctor like, yo, is this okay with you? You know what I mean? And then I just got to the point like, why do I have to have permission to wear my hair the way it comes out my scalp? You didn't mind when I was in here weaved up, That wasn't an issue. You asked me why I did that to my head.
Looking like Whitney Houston,
You ain't ask all that, But now that I'm sitting here with my own natural hair, it's a problem. But I think it was the best decision I ever made.
Mine too.
And not just hair-wise. I feel like it changed me. You know what I mean? It changed... It just changed something. It was like, I got my hair locked. I went and got my nose pierced. Like, I just had this whole different persona type thing, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So Journey did it first, and I twisted Journey's hair, and she was locking. And I was going natural at the time, so I just kept braiding my hair up. But then Journey dad combed him out. He said she wasn't allowed to lock. So me and him had this whole thing, and I was like, okay, maybe she is too young. I think she was old enough to make the decision herself, though. So the next year, I finally took the braids out, and I had my fro. I just had a fro. And it was so hard for me at the time because IC would not leave me alone about my hair not being done. Like, he just went. So that was the only person that I really felt like, Keisha, don't take me around IC. Like, I can deal with anybody else, but not IC. But for me, then when I finally did lock my hair, I had to because I had locks growing in my hair. Okay. Like in my afro. Like, so I just started I would just comb this part and then pushed it, and it was a fro, but there was like locks forming. So I went January 1st, and it was an easy decision for me because I felt like I was going to have less maintenance. Okay. So once I found my cute, I didn't care. Right. Exactly. So at first I looked like I just came home, and I remember I went straight to my best friend Keisha's house right from prison. So I went to Keisha's house right after, and Kenya locked my hair, and I went to Keisha's, and she said, take the hat off, take it off. It was January 1st, so it was cold. She was like, I'm not going to laugh. I promise you, I'm not going to laugh. So I took the hat. Black folks. Yeah, when I got it, like right here, she fell out. She was like, yo, you look like you just came home. Like, yo, my nigga, how long you been out? Like, oh my goodness, it was horrible. And she laughed for like 30 minutes. But once I found my cute, it didn't matter. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I don't get stares or anything. Sometimes, I do. I think sometimes just because of my presence. But yeah, this was the best thing. And I found myself. Okay. I found myself because I had to relearn how to, like, the vainness of making sure my hair was done, making sure whatever. That vanity, like. But yeah, it's rough. And you get, there's a part in there that is like, I should just comb these out.
I know. I went through that too. I was like.
But once you get past that, you're good.
It's a whole journey. Like, you go through, like, I felt like when a ceiling of the color purple.
Yeah, somebody told me it was spiritual.
It is very spiritual.
It's very spiritual.
You're 2 o'clock, you love it. 2:45, you ready to cut it. And then I went through a whole thing because when I first started it, like, my scalp is just really particular about the products that I use. So the girl that started it used some stuff that just tore my scalp up. So I had to go through like a month of getting it retwisted, just trying to start it. Okay. And I was like, I keep cutting more and more perm on. So now I'm almost bald. I gotta commit to this thing because how am I walking around looking like this? But like I said, I'm so happy that I stuck it out, and I think I get more compliments even on days where I haven't retwisted my hair. You know, I feel like I look like Coolio because I went to sleep maybe without my bonnet on.
And I miss
Coolio,
that.
Coolio only got 2 braids, right?
I miss y'all's links.
Yeah, but they just all over the place, And
Yeah,
people be like,
that was the best
I love your
link.
hair. And I'm like, really? Thank
You
you.
brought up, don't Coolio only got 2 braids? We got,
No, he got
Big ones.
huh? He
I
got
don't know
2.
what he got.
He got
I haven't
6.
seen him in a while. What's he
got
got?
6.
You're not gonna say
Big
But
ones.
all this is gone, and he holding on to like 6.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
So it's
Huh?
Stevie Wonder.
yeah.
Yeah, but Stevie can't see though. So Stevie, all right, because
Stevie paying
you
the
can
right
you can lie to
unnecessarily.
Stevie like Stevie, that shit tight. You know what I'm saying? But
He
Coolio can
feel.
see.
Stevie know he put his hand here and the locks don't start.
Right. He knows where they start. He knows they back
He got
here.
about
That's
10
a
10
wave
for
cap. His girl told him it's a wave cap. That's just a
Okay.
wave cap on it.
It's smooth.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right,
You
all
can
right.
lie to
Smooth.
Stevie. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna lead what you said. We're gonna lead into rejection because a lot of stuff that we was talking about has to do with rejection. You know what I'm saying? So like rejection. Everybody's dealt with rejection, right? Is it you? Do you think it's a good like? I think I'm immune to rejection because I come from the era where you had to walk up and actually talk to a female. Like these kids now can get online. They can
Not
get
these
online.
kids.
Yeah, they can get online and look at her like she cute and then just jump in her DM. So the words, you know what I'm saying, she can cuss me out, get the fuck out my DM. I'll be like, oh, fuck that bitch. And then just go on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? That don't sting. But when you walk up to somebody, you know what I'm saying, you look at them in the eye like, hey, what's going on, Shawty? You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. And then she be like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, your fro fucked up. You're like, my fro, look at your shoes. You got on.
I've never been that rude though.
But I'm saying it's women out there that are rude. You know what I'm saying? And I mean they got the right to be. If that's how you carry it, that's how you carry it. That's cool. But I'm just saying, I think I became immune because I got shot down so motherfucking much. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Like people I ain't never been. They get if you out there mingling, if you single and you mingling, you're gonna get shot down. I just feel that. You know.
You don't even have to be single to get.
Yeah. It is a whole bunch
It's so
of.
funny. I don't get approached. And when
I
I
ain't
wore,
never really been shot
when
down.
I wore,
I'm not saying that I'm.
I mean,
like that,
you.
I don't think I've ever approached anybody and I ain't.
Okay, yeah,
Accomplished what I wanted to accomplish.
I
But
think
your
my
odds,
demeanor.
yeah, but I think it's your odds though. Like with you, I think you probably see somebody, and then it's like, all right, let me fill them out, and then approach me. I was young and running on adrenaline. I was talking to
You just
everybody.
running to everything.
Like we'd be in the club.
Like a
I'll say
dog
something
in
to
heat.
Erica. Erica be like, "Fuck you." I'd be like, "How you
All right,
doing?"
Keisha.
You know what I'm saying? That was me.
On
You
to
know
the
what I'm
next.
saying? Hey, it is what it is. Like shit. fuck
Somebody
that.
gonna bite.
Somebody gonna bite. I'm gonna get a number. You know what I'm saying? So that's why my rate was up high. You know, I was getting turned down about four, 5 times in the club a day. Every time I was in there, 4 or 5 at least. You know what I'm saying? I was getting
4 or
shot
5.
down.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 or 5. I was getting shot down. And I'm proud to say it.
It
So
was
I
just
think
practice.
I think I was getting immune. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because what I said to her, okay, that didn't work. So
Try
I see-
another approach.
Let me try another approach. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me try this. Let me try the sensitive guy with her. No, she looked like a thug. So let me
Right,
walk
you
up.
gotta fill him
Yeah,
out,
puff up my
right.
chest. Yeah. So I had to play it like that. But rejection, I think I got used to rejection. So it didn't phase me. But I think it's a lot of men that missing out on their soulmate because they're scared of the rejection. They're thinking they're gonna get turned down before they even try. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of single women out there, and it's a lot of single men out there. And I think I come from the old school, so I think the man should make the first move. I'm not saying the woman shouldn't, but I think the man should make the first move because I feel that's warming to the woman. Like she knows, okay, he got my back. If he's man enough to walk all the way across this club and talk to me, he got some type of gumption. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but that's just how I feel. I feel if I make the approach and we go on from that, I think I earned points off just the fact that I came up and started a conversation with you. But with the question of rejection, you know what I'm saying? Like, have y'all? You said you haven't been. Have y'all
didn't
been
mean it
through
like
the?
that.
Yeah. Have y'all been
I
through the
have.
like with love? Have you been through the rejection part? Because when I got rejected by somebody I really liked, it hurt. But I'm one of them motherfuckers like, fuck it, I'm still gonna keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. It's something in me. Everybody don't got that. But I've seen men go after somebody get shot down. Now they scared. Nah, fuck that. I ain't getting hurt like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So
They put up a guard.
yeah. So
My rejection actually made me a stronger woman.
okay.
And so I'm not even afraid to tell my story because my rejection was my girl's father. So
okay.
even being in a relationship with him, the rejection was still always there throughout the relationship, whether it be the cheating, the lying. I think that's a form of rejection.
Yes, it is.
So with all that, I was constantly being rejected.
Okay.
Until you just finally throw your hands up.
Okay.
So I feel like it, when you go through that, and I went through that with him. So once you can get yourself through that, you're almost like a better person for the next person.
Yeah.
Because
I believe that.
Definitely.
what you're not going to allow. The limits, the cutoffs. Like from right there. Like no, it's over. But I feel like it helped me be the woman that I am today, and helped me with the relationship I'm in now.
Okay. Well, like it don't even have to be rejection when it comes to love. Like we was talking earlier, it could be rejection in anything. Like at work, you know what I'm saying? Somebody you keep getting passed over for a promotion. You know what I'm saying? You feel that you rejected about that. Like I said, there's some people that in their family, they come from 4 or 5 brothers or sisters. They feel rejected. Like, okay, the younger one gets all the attention. You know what I'm saying? They don't love me. It's like different forms of rejection. You know what I'm saying? That people talk about. I'm sure it's going to be people in my DMs, bringing up stuff like that. But I mean, do y'all have any she said about, her baby father. Like, do y'all have any forms of rejection that y'all dealt with and how you dealt with it?
I think rejection and abandonment go hand in hand.
Yes.
And I think that there's a fear of rejection and then feeling abandoned, right? Like, so yes, I do. I have a very, very strong personality. I don't get approached. But I don't get it. And I think a lot of it is because I make sure that I don't get approached, I make sure. But I used to wear a band, and when I did get approached, like a lot. But now I don't. But my last few different guys that I was dealing with, the more feeling of rejected was more emotionally.
Okay.
More than anything. Because I'm so intense, I'm so passionate, and I love so hard, and I'm so committed, I think that just feeling abandoned emotionally. So if it's like, yeah, had a bad day, blah, 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 and doing this, that's feeling rejected, and emotionally abandoned in that point. So every day it is a constant moment by moment thing for me is to not take things personal because of trauma before, because those are roots.
Exactly.
So those are roots that are planted within, and so I just constantly look at it. But yeah, rejection, abandonment, man, those are huge things. And because of that, I became a collector of people. So even if you hurt me or even if it didn't go right, let's just still be friends. Let's still work it out. Let's but that's the orphan. That was the orphan in me. That was the, growing up and siblings going or having to not be here anymore, having whatever. So my thing with people was bring them in, keep them close.
Okay.
And I don't want anyone, we can always work it out, So yeah, rejection and abandonment is a huge thing. It's a huge thing for me.
Definitely.
To constantly overcome.
And I don't know where my trauma comes from, I'm going to be honest, but I'm quick to cut somebody off. So I know that there has to be something deeper because, family, friend, you know what I mean? Because I feel like, especially family, because if I'm not going to take it from a friend or somebody else and you family and you do this, and with no regard, I'm done. And then keep on moving like you never even existed. It don't bother me, nothing. And I feel bad about that, you know what I mean? That I'm able to just cut someone off so easily. But I think it's to protect myself because I wear my heart on my sleeve, you know what I mean? And I feel like when someone does me dirty, even if it's not intentional, I take it so personal that I don't even want to have those feelings, you know what I mean? I don't even want to feel because if you do me dirty and I thought you was my homie, I guess that is rejection to me because, like, how could you do that to me, Chuck?
Exactly.
So I don't even want to have a conversation because we grown. We not 15.
Okay.
So we grown. You should have known that by doing whatever you did was wrong. So I'm done. So I guess I'm the rejecter.
The rejecter.
Yeah, not the rejectee. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
Yeah.
we with rejection, I'm always going. Have y'all ever shot somebody down like super rude?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like super rude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dude come up with one of them old 1965 fly, you know what I'm saying? One of them lines, baby, I drink your bath water.
Such a turn on.
Like,
Yes.
I feel sorry for y'all sometimes because of, you know what I'm saying?
He
Because of
laughed.
dudes, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I see them, like, you know what I'm saying? And I think I'm fucked up because I judge, you know what I'm saying? But that's naturally, everybody judge. And you can see, like, I'll come in a spot and I can look like, oh, that nigga's a problem. I already know how he looking around like he's a problem. He on the prowl. He gonna go, and then you can see him come up to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you come up, Erica, what's going on? Can I get you a drink? He buy you a drink. You know what I'm saying? And then, dudes is petty. Like, you know what I'm saying? He buy you the drink and then you walk off with another dude. That nigga mad. He want his money back. Some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I never get approached. I always get a message. Like, seeing you out was going to come say something, but.
No, that's that newer day dude, though. Because I think he probably was scared that you was going to turn him down. Because we were so stupid when we was young. We turned it into a game. You know how black motherfuckers, we turn everything
Like,
into
how
a
many
game.
numbers you gonna get at the end
Yeah.
of
Or how many
Right,
times
right.
who gonna get carried? Like,
Right.
we used
Who
to
gonna get carried? Y'all
Yeah.
was jokesters then.
Yeah, because we
Okay.
used to go out and it'd be like, all right, let's say all of us was hanging. Okay, today it's your day, Erica. So when you go out, I'm gonna pick the hardest motherfucker. You gotta go talk to
Oh,
him.
y'all did that.
That's what we
training.
did. So it was like, yeah. So you go up there and
play
then
those
we
games.
sitting around. You know, hood. We turn everything. We ain't have money, so everything had to turn. That's my car. I know y'all played. That's my car.
I stood on the corner of Zion Baptist
Yeah.
while the preacher was preaching. It was like 8 of us on the corner while he was preaching. That's my car.
Exactly.
That's my car.
You know what I'm saying? We made up games in the hood, but that was one of the things we played coming up. We had that, and then we had a group called the CBs, the Cock Blocks. Yeah. Like if she wasn't your main girl and you was trying to be stingy, Cock Blocks in the house, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Knocking on the door. Hey, what y'all doing in there? Yeah. We was petty. You know what I'm saying? I know my friends gonna be my damn. Yeah. I told on us.
Right.
But that's the type of games we played. You know what I'm saying? But the rejection, like, I mean, some females used to be petty with it though. You be like, God damn, shawty, like. It's like that.
Yeah, you had to be that rude.
Yeah, like, is that something that y'all did? Like, is it? Do y'all get something out of like, fuck that thing, and you just is it like a adrenaline rush? Like what?
You know,
I
like,
s-
oh.
Go ahead.
Well, before the mics was on, I told y'all a story about a particular person, and I
Yeah.
don't want to put his name
Exactly.
out there, right?
Exactly.
I didn't want to be rude to him.
Exactly.
But it was nobody that I ever wanted from the jump, you know. But you sending deliveries, you know. I'm like, oh man, okay. And you just asking for a little time. I'm like, I just can't do this, but I'm trying. So in a way, I'm leading him on, knowing that I'm never going to do anything. And then it got to the point where, like, I realized I could really use this dude.
Oh,
And that's what he was used to, you know.
Exactly.
So he's crying to me, telling me all these females, and I'm like, I see why.
Exactly.
Because you just want love so bad that you are doing all these things. And I was like, look, dude, leave me alone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to turn me
Lemon
into something that I don't even want to be.
Yeah.
You buying tires.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
do that.
Exactly.
But I do need a tire right now. So if you want to buy that one, you know. But I was like, nah, like I had to be rude and be blunt because some people just don't get it. You can turn them down 10 times and they keep coming back.
And then y'all got a hard story.
I don't know about rude. I usually let it
When
be
you
known.
lead what I don't know about rude, it was rude.
It was rude. It was rude.
It was rude. Go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
yeah, so I usually I'll be like, you don't like me. You know, I try to convince people that they don't like me.
Oh, so you do
And
reverse.
I try to convince people that they don't like me and that it's really not that it's probably something else, you know, like that kind of thing. Just because I think I look at now rejection as protection, right? And redirection now. And I'm like, okay, like, because I think that every relationship, every situation, every form of whatever teaches you and builds your skin up or builds you up for whatever.
Exactly.
Which would have to be into the political realm, right?
Exactly.
Like, I can't be in there crying because somebody
At
hurt my
all.
feelings.
At
You know?
all.
Can't be in there crying because somebody looking at my hair like that. You know, I can't slap nobody because somebody has offended me. So learning all these new skills and how to be able to cope with different things. But that's what I do. I try to convince people that they don't like me. And the reason why is because of my fear of abandonment. So it's kind of like, nah, every time I get close, nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm okay. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now.
Well, this all the way off topic, but when you get in, if you want to hire somebody to slap people, I'll slap people for you. You don't got to slap them. I'll be doing drive-by slaps and everything. We be in a car, just reach my hand out. Smack the shit out of somebody. You know what I'm saying? We ain't shooting nobody. We just smacking the shit out of everybody. So if you need somebody, I got you. Exactly. I'll be a hired gun for real. So do you have? What about you when it comes?
I've never really rejected anybody. I don't know.
Come on,
Erica.
Come on.
Really,
I know
Erica?
that.
The one time
Ain't
I
no
did,
way
I got
I
into
have-
a terrible fight.
Oh.
So yes, like
Ain't no.
So you ain't did it since.
I already. They up here spicing it for TV. They
I'm
lying.
not.
I guarantee you, if I look through her, it's a nigga in her DM right now. You know what I'm saying?
no.
I just
You-
don't answer.
You looking good on TV. You know how dudes is.
You
Stop
just don't
that.
answer those for her
The ones that say good
365
morning
days.
every day.
But
Like,
that's
it's sweet.
But that's
it's
a
like,
form
come
of
on, dude.
rejection because he can see that you seen it. He can see that you.
No, you
that's a form
don't
of
open
rejection.
you don't
You don't
open it,
open it.
Chuck.
You don't
Don't
even
you
do
know
that.
you don't open
You don't even
it?
open
You don't
it.
even open it.
See, they telling on themselves, so they seen it. They just didn't open it, fellas. Get out their DMs. You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
That's a form of rejection, though.
Basically.
Just be like, please stay on my DM, sir.
But if I don't respond, that's enough.
Yeah.
No, he might think that you did. People, I'm gonna tell you how they.
If you saw
she
I
didn't
was on
see it. She
Facebook
deleted it.
27 minutes ago, and you sent me a message an hour ago, chances are I saw your message. You just didn't want to respond.
But it's chances that you didn't see it. You know what I'm saying?
That's some thirsty niggas.
Exactly. That's some sunglasses
But
wearing
there's still
motherfuckers.
another
man.
chance.
Yeah, nigga like, well, yeah, let me try it again. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you tell them like, oh, I'm married, but is you happy? Like,
Oh
what-
man.
Why do I have to say I'm happily married? I told you I was married, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. So I know you got some rejection things, Erica. Man, stop that.
When
said the
when
last
I
time she
did,
almost got in a
yes,
fight,
in
so
front
she
of
ain't doesn't-
Soups, it was a whole
Not
brawl.
Not Soups though.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it.
It was my Uncle Soup. Love you, Uncle Soup. But yeah, so that's when I did it. We fought something terrible. We all got sprayed with mace. I was like, I got to sit down.
So you fell back on rejection. So if somebody
That's the last one I recall. I don't know.
Yeah, I know it's recalled because I was about to say, so if somebody
Ain't been
approaches
nothing
you,
recently.
like
I don't know.
let me put this sign up again. Look,
Mixy chicks.
all right, you at work, you mixing drinks for these guys,
Right.
so you know liquid courage. Guy like
Quick courage.
you looking good and all that, black shawty.
No.
Well, that's different though, Chuck. And I had to say that to my husband last night because he's in there, you know, he got to go to work, but he's in there playing the game and I'm getting ready and I come out and I got my titties out, right? And I don't really even do that type
I
stuff.
almost choked on that. You just went right in. I'm like, shit, I'm hitting the
Not
drink
really,
and I got my
not
titties
really.
out.
I just had like a little lace number, you know,
Okay.
whatever. And so well, why don't you wear that when we go out? But, you know, he's playing or whatever. And so then he's like, but that's okay though, I get it, because sex sells.
Yeah.
And if you in the bartending business, you know, but it's a thin line. You don't want to be too sexy because then the females are going to be like, oh, you know what I mean? It's like a thin line
Yeah.
with that. But of course you.
But
sex sells,
but I'm talking about once
So
you
when
looking
he says
sexy.
something, you say hi back, you know, because you want that tip. But there's still a thin line
And he
with
keep
the
pressing
flirting.
it. He keep pressing it. The tip don't matter to him.
Well, I'm like, Erica,
He
go
gonna keep
serve him, please,
He gonna
'cause
keep
he's a
pressing
bugaboo.
it.
Go,
So
let go.
how you gonna? He gonna keep pressing it. Damn, chicken all black. Because they don't know your
all
name.
black.
Mixy chicken all
Like
black.
the Omen.
Yeah, like come on, Shaw, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
all
You,
right.
you don't want to holler at you know, blah blah blah. He just keep pressing you. Oh, you know, you giving him small talk, mixing his drinks, and he just keeps pressing. He drinking. He gonna keep pressing until either hear no or you give him a number. How you gonna deal with that?
Is it my go?
Yeah, you gotta reject him.
Yeah, he asked you.
Because I need to figure out how you gonna deal, how you gonna reject that. Oh, I'm gonna come around. because yours can't be mixy chick. Yours is gonna be. I'm gonna prep you on it. You gonna be on the stand giving a speech, and it's gonna be a blue blood brother down there when he don't got no facial hair, cause he, the motherfuckers in the politics cut all their hair, so he got the bald face. You know what I'm saying?
Don't finish with Erica.
The bald face. I cannot.
Yeah, the bald face.
It's gonna be the last question, and then I'm gonna have y'all. But how you gonna deal with the dude that just keep pressing? Because you gotta reject him, or you gotta take the number.
No.
Danielle, how you gonna deal with the brother? Come on,
I'm gonna tell him just
come on, Goldie. You know what I'm saying? Come
Friday
on,
night.
Goldie.
You already know where I'm gonna be.
Oh.
Now, what you want to drink? Simple as that. I'm gonna keep bringing them back so I can keep making the money, keep pouring the liquor.
Keisha, how you gonna deal with the bald face dude, man? The butterball.
Right, and that
The
moment,
butterball.
Yeah, the butterball naked face. He
In
ain't
that
got no
moment?
hair. Yeah, he just keep pressing you, like you know what I'm saying? You at an engagement, you know what I'm saying? He keep pressing you. He not taking no for an answer. How you gonna reject him?
Yeah, I am involved.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Well,
Entanglement.
Oh, entangled.
there they go with that entanglement shit.
Entanglement.
I almost got beat up on the entanglement show.
I saw that one. Yes, I saw that.
With that being said, we've come to the end of another episode.
fast.
Y'all did good. I want y'all to tell the people y'all handles, how they can get in contact for Mixie Chicks, Facebook, social media. Then I want you to tell them how to get in touch with you. You know what I'm saying? Let them know when to go out to vote. Then I'm gonna do what I do, and we're gonna wrap it up.
So you can find Mixie Chicks on Facebook. The Facebook page is just simply Mixie Chicks. We're on Instagram, so at Mixie Chicks. We have an email address, which is www.mixiechicks.com.
Okay.
Hit us up, and we'll hit you right back. Check us out.
Your nonprofits.
Melanated Dental Assistance. It's a Facebook page. I don't have an Instagram, and I'm working on my other nonprofit as far as helping women transition out of incarceration. So
Stay tuned.
stay tuned.
So vote to Keisha Martinez at vote to KeishaMartinez.com, and my name is TEKESHAMARTINEZ, and I'm Vote to Keisha Martinez on Facebook. Election day is November the 3rd, and yeah,
Get out there and vote.
Get out there and
catch
vote.
me outside.
Oh,
And
wait a
me,
minute.
you can
Catch
get
me
all mine
outside.
on Linktree. Just go on Linktree, and it's all lowercase SMUENT. My YouTube channel, everything's on there if you want to go on there. We'll be back next Sunday. Next Sunday is a wrap-up show, so these ladies, I don't know if Keisha's coming back, but these ladies will
we'll
be
be
here
back.
mixing drinks. We're going to do like a Halloween party and broadcast live. So people
I'm
that
coming
want
as
to...
you.
Okay, come as me, because I you know what I'm saying? So we're going to do
Landlord.
that. So next week is going to be a wrap-up, so y'all send me stuff to my DM. I'll see y'all next
What do
week.
you mean the wrap up though?
Like wrap up everything we talked about this month, like on,
Oh,
on
okay,
the
okay,
podcast
gotcha.
and stuff that happened.
So every month when you wrap up, you gonna have the Mixie Chicks?
Yeah.
Oh,
we can do that.
Put it out there, speak it into existence.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay.
So that's what we're gonna do.
All right.
All right.
Love it.
And thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next week. We out.
Peace.
Oh yeah! I want you to check it out. Yeah, it's here in the Hub Show studio. Dig it! We're gonna have a real good time. Yeah, me and the J-Star. Yeah, Morning Crunch, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 7:45. Dig it! You're gonna be there and watch all. Hub Show.